Okay, my name is Paul Wedgwood. I'm the CEO of Splash Damage and the executive producer on Extraction.
So what is Extraction?
Extraction is a brand new title from Splash Damage and Nexon. It's a team-based tactical shooter that takes place in London around 2020, 2 years after a radiological attack. So there's a cluster of bombs, or apparent bombs, that detonate, leading to a mass exodus from the city. A group go running in called the Disaster Agency, and they try and figure out what they can do to kind of recover London. But within a couple of years, they've essentially lost control. The levels of radiation make it completely uninhabitable, and it becomes deserted. We join the story around 2 years after the attack in 2020, with London now deserted and decayed and starting to overgrow, and traces of the CDA remaining. And as a group of mercenaries, we've been hired to carry out, in essence, a kind of heist. And so it's a PvP game, massively multiplayer. In contemporary terms, thousands of people are going to be playing online at the same time in every territory, and they can play in cross territories between Europe and North America, Mexico, Turkey. It's a game that we've wanted to make for 10 or 12 years, because for years we've tried to perfect team play ever since Wolfenstein Enemy Territory, and we've had 20 million people play that title now, so we've really enjoyed it. But it was the most hardcore game ever, and we wanted to create something that really solved both challenges, which was what could be completely accessible for someone who knows how to use a mouse and keyboard and knows shooters, but wants to get into team-based games because they're hearing about the buzz and the satisfaction that comes from team play, but that isn't going to be completely overwhelming. And yet at the same time, for 3 or 6 months, they could still be learning brand new stuff just by perfecting one character in one position, playing one basic combat role. And so that's really been our dream for 10 years, to create a game that just really builds and sustains relationships between gamers, makes them really happy. And now we're working with our partner, Nexon, throughout North America and Europe to make that come true.
Now the game is free to play. What does free to play open up for you as a developer?
Well, it means that people can play it for free. You know, critically, when you create a AAA title, people expect to pay $60 for it, and so it limits your market to people that can afford to pay $60 to play your game. As a gamer myself, I grew up on the British equivalent of a trailer park, which has all of the advantages of a trailer park, except in England, council estates are not mobile. So actually it has none of the advantages of a trailer park, but I had no money and couldn't play, and so for me free to play is fantastic because I can play all these really awesome games and I don't have to spend anything. But for the people who want to spend money, you know, they can buy really cool stuff that extends their experience and makes it fun. But there are some ethical issues when you get into team sports, because in team sports we believe that players should enter a balanced and level playing field where really skill and tactics alone determine who the winners of the game are. And as you exit the game, whether you've won or lost, you join a community that's kind of welcoming and comfortable with sharing its knowledge. So you learn not just how and why simple things like death and incapacitation occur, but also you have an incredible knowledge base for finding really cool tactics that you can try that make you want to get back into the battlefield. Now, if somebody can just buy an I-win sword and as a result dominate, then you lose confidence in the game's ability to teach you cool things to overcome. And this is true also for people that want to spend money in games. They don't want to feel like people think that they've taken a shortcut that's given them a winning position. So we have a strong view with Extraction that while you're playing in PvP mode, it should be free to win, and it should be a balanced and strong playing field. And actually today we don't even have a story in the game. We've been developing it for 2 years and we still haven't really thought about how it needs to make money. That just isn't the priority for the game. And of course we're partnering with Nexon, who have masses and masses of experience in the free-to-play arena. Probably today the world's largest free-to-play publisher, who share the belief that in PvP team-based sports, you know, pay to win is not a good way to monetize the game. And so we're really united in that strategy, which I think is going to be brilliant for the game in the long run.